Oh, and it's the annual First Championship, an international sports-like robotics competition where students in grades K through 12 showcase their accomplishments in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. And joining us from the 2026 First Championships are first alum and competitor on Survivor 50, Christian Hubicki, and Liam Twohig, a student whose team is participating in the competition. Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem.
Great to be here.
All right, well, fantastic. Appreciate you guys coming on. Uh, what has been your experience with first been like, and how has it helped build your confidence, both you and out of the classroom? This is for you, Liam.
Yeah, so first has really been a really influential experience for me, not just in the classroom, but also outside, because it's helped me build my confidence. When I joined the team, I was in 8th grade. I couldn't talk in front of people. I had a hard time networking with people, talking to people in our pit, but it's really helped me build our confidence. I talked to 2 judges today already in our pit and improv an entire answer. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Christian, for those who are unfamiliar, what is first, and what makes it such an impactful way to prepare students for today's rapidly evolving workforce?
Well, thanks for having me. And FIRST is an acronym. It stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. And it's the leading global robotics organization. It's a nonprofit that helps students K through 12 get their hands on real robots, physical robots. Liam was telling me before, you do the 3D printing for your team. Is that right? It's like, oh boy. You're learning real career skills, and not even just for STEM, but for your career in general. So like you're learning communication skills, like Liam was talking about. But also, this is a massive network of people that you get to meet for your future career. There are 19,000 students here at the First Championship right now. There are over 50,000 participants. And it's an incredible network of people that you get to know that could be your employer someday, or your colleagues or coworkers. It's incredible.
I think it's definitely incredible, and it's something, Christian, I couldn't imagine. And it's so great to see how many people are into technology, right?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's both fun because it's cool technology, but also there's everything surrounding it. Like, this is a robotics competition, right? There are like 1,000 student-built robots here. But the robots they're just like the thing that gets people together. They're like the campfire for the teams here. And yes, so everyone's hovering around at the students and your adult mentors, and instead of sharing stories, you're sharing ideas, sharing solutions to all the challenges. And it's like, okay, well, who's going to build the robot? What's the robot going to need to do? Who's going to code it? Who's going to pay for this thing? We have to fundraise. We have to come up with a business plan. We need marketing. We need accountants. Who becomes the accountants? The students. And the students actually learn from real life mentors who teach them all these things. It's just the sheer swath of skills that you learn as a result of being in FIRST. There's a reason it impacts almost 1 million students every single year.
So, Liam, how has your first experience shaped what you want to do after high school, and has it influenced what career paths you're considering?
Yeah, so FIRST has really influenced me, like, for my future career path, because it's a really encouraging community for everything STEM related. And a lot of teams in FIRST encourage STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And so I would like to go into 3D animation. And that's something I really see encouraged with the networking, the communication skills, because you need to know how to interact with people, how to network with people, how to communicate. And that's something that can be applied in any field, not just engineering. But I think it's just a really encouraging community in general.
So, Christian, there are over 1,000 student-built robots at this competition, but FIRST is about much more than that. What real-world skills are students gaining through this experience?
So, I mean, it's just the sheer breadth of it is incredible. I mean, like I was talking to Liam about it, he 3D prints the parts for the robot. Is that fair
Yeah.
what you do?
Yep.
And so I mean, that's a life skill right there for your career, just right off the top. But like, you probably have to communicate with your team members, and they're like, oh, can you print this? And if it's anything like my robotics lab, I run a robotics lab in real life, and so like you have to communicate with them. It's like, that's not going to print well. That resolution. You have to worry about tolerances at all on the 3D prints. Oh my goodness. So like, but that's communication. That's problem solving. And that's not just about building a robot. That's just like life. That's like, it's like, oh, so, we got to get this project email out. Who's going to run it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to proofread it? Like, that's everything. And so it's so much broader than just robots. Robots are just the thing that brings us together to become a better community and better in this workforce.
I absolutely agree. So for students and families watching who may be interested, how can they get involved in FIRST? And what would you say to someone who's not sure if STEM is for them?
Well, first off, I think STEM is for everybody. Maybe I'm a bit biased, but it's fun. Even if you don't want a career in STEM, it's just fun to learn about. But here's the thing. You don't need to know anything about STEM to get involved with FIRST. And you can learn so much more. In fact, go to firstinspires.org/learn. That way you can learn how, if you're a student, you want to get involved, K through 12, there's opportunities from you, down to the first Lego League, up through the first robotics competition for high school students. There's so many opportunities. And if you're an adult, if you're a mentor, if you want to become a mentor for a team to teach these students, if you know something about engineering or about marketing or, about building a business plan, all of these are welcome skills to help out your local FIRST team. There are over 80,000 teams all over the globe that you can help out with. And again, and also if you want to sponsor a team, if you're part of an organization, if you want these students to be representing your organization for all this wonderful work that they do, firstinspires.org/learn.
So Christian, what I think is really fascinating, as I have a couple minutes with you, is we're seeing this evolution of robotics and AI together.
Yeah.
What possibilities from seeing these competitions, where it's going to go in the next 5 years, robotics?
Robotics is just an exploding field. FIRST has been around for decades. I was on a FIRST team back years ago. I won't say how many years ago, but I was on team number 7. And like I said, there are now over 80,000 teams. So robotics has become a much bigger thing nowadays. And FIRST is ahead of the curve on this, getting people involved. But in terms of where it goes, we want robots to do anything that a person could do, but maybe it's a bad idea right now, dangerous situations. You're piloting robots to go and pick up balls in this crazy game that you're playing. We want to have that capability, and no one's going to be better suited to enable that capability to push the future forward than the students who are trained in FIRST.
Absolutely. And question for Liam, you got to be blown away of where technology's going, right? Are you you said you were into it. And the first thing I said, I love AI and I love technology and especially robots, because I can't wait to have robots in my house doing some of the chores. I'm counting on that soon. What do you think is really makes you excited about this technology boom that's happening right now?
Yeah, it's really cool to see the evolution as I've seen it. Like when I was really little, we had a Kindle Fire. That was the extent of technology back then. And then as you're going up, you see machine learning nowadays. And that's something that's really exciting, because I see Boston Dynamics robots, and they are in simulations where they can learn and develop different movement styles on their own, completely separate from input. And then that becomes implemented with physical robots. And it's really cool to see the interfacing of that software and the mechanical, physical robots.
Well, thanks to AI, Christian, I'm starting to finally learn the tech side of it, meaning further tech side, like learning programmer stuff, which I would never have considered. I'm 53 years old, and I would never have considered trying to become a programmer in my 50s. But I'm learning how important it is to keep up with technology so you don't get left behind. Are you feeling that same way, Christian? Yeah.
Certainly, keeping an open mind to how the future, how technology evolves is critical to how we move forward. And organizations like FIRST are great at opening everyone's minds to what's out there. They're talking to people who are really out in the field, who work with this stuff every day, in real engineering firms. So that's what makes it such a valuable life experience, because you don't want to limit yourself. You want to enable yourself for the future.
Well, you're doing a tremendous job at FIRST. Where can we go again one more time?
You go to firstinspires.org/learn.
All right. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate it. You're listening and watching.
Much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.